Hi everyone, back again with another video on Kubernetes. In this video, we are going to discuss how to set up a Kubernetes cluster in your laptop to be used as a lab environment to learn Kubernetes throughout this Kubernetes course that I am giving you completely free. There are many ways to set up a Kubernetes cluster in your laptop, and one of the best and easiest way is to use Docker Desktop to create a Kubernetes cluster in your laptop. It will give you a fully certified Kubernetes cluster and manages all the components for you with very little effort. You just need to enable this and then you are ready to go. In this video, let's go through the steps to set up this Kubernetes cluster in your laptop. It can be Mac OS or a Windows laptop. Step 1 is you need to download the Docker Community Edition for your Mac OS or your Windows machine. So what you can do is simply go into google.com and search for download Docker and go into that Docker official website and select your operating system, and based on that you can download the installer. Downloading process might take a little bit of time. I will do a little bit fast forward this video, and after the download process is completed, open the installer and follow through the steps. In the Mac, it is just a matter of dragging and dropping the Docker app into the application folder like you see in the screen. It will ask you to enter the laptop administrator credentials. So because of that, when you are setting up Docker in your Windows or Mac machine, make sure you have the administrator permissions to install Docker in the machine. Now it is installing Docker in your laptop, and wait until this process get completed. Now you can see the Docker installation is completed. Afterwards, you can open the Docker using your Launchpad or Spotlight. Just search for Docker and then you can open this in your laptop. Depending on the security settings in your laptop, it might ask you to confirm to open this third-party application which is downloaded from the internet. You need to give that confirmation here. Docker needs administrator privileges access, and click OK and enter your administrator credentials afterwards. Now the Docker engine is starting. It might take few seconds or couple of minutes, and you will see some Docker help tips as well in the screen. If you are new to Docker, and you can go through these help tips as well, or else you can simply skip them. Still, what we have done is setting up Docker in your laptop. Now we need to enable Kubernetes. To enable Kubernetes, you can simply go into the preferences section by clicking on the settings icon, and there is a dedicated panel in the left hand side for the Kubernetes. Click on that panel and you can see multiple options appearing. Click on the enable Kubernetes checkbox, and that is all you need to know. You just select enable Kubernetes and give your confirmation by clicking on the below button, and it will start setting up the Kubernetes cluster in your laptop. That's it. Docker Desktop will download all the Kubernetes images in the background from the internet, and you will get everything set up. Because all of these images get downloaded when you are enabling the Kubernetes, you need to have an active internet connection when you are going through this process. When it is ready, you will see two green lights in the bottom of the settings section saying that Docker is running as well as Kubernetes is also running. Now the setup is fully completed and status is green for both Docker and Kubernetes. To check the Kubernetes cluster, simply open a terminal and check the kubectl cluster info, which will show the internal Kubernetes cluster details like you see here. Kubectl get nodes will show that there is only one node is connected to the Kubernetes cluster, which is your Docker Desktop environment. This is a real fully certified Kubernetes cluster. You can see kube system namespace and the other default namespaces are already there when you check the namespaces using kubectl get ns command. Let's simply create an engine export To check whether the Kubernetes cluster is completely functioning, let's execute kubectl run nginx, and I need to create this pod using the nginx docker image. So because of that, I'm providing -- image equals nginx. You can see the pod is running. That means our cluster is completely functioning. Setting up Kubernetes in Windows using Docker Desktop is very similar. Instead of downloading the Mac installer, only difference is you need to download the Windows installer. And once the installer is downloaded, you can open the installer, follow through the same steps, and you need to wait a little bit until the process get completed, and then in between you might ask to restart your laptop as well. After the laptop is restarted, you need to open Docker in your start menu, and afterwards you need to go into the settings section, click on the left panel Kubernetes, and then follow the same process, click on the enable Kubernetes, and then activate that, and you will have your Kubernetes cluster up and running in your Windows machine as well. Great. I hope now all of you have a Kubernetes cluster up and running, and you are ready to go through the next set of videos and learn about Kubernetes with hands-on experience. So thank you so much, and let's meet in another video. Until that, bye bye.